Hi, I'm Tom from Harvey Hi-Fi Excellence. Today our video is going to be about Michell's Orbe SE Turntable. It's going to be a short video on that, following on from our video on the Gyrodec SE last week, to explain the main differences really between the two turntables and the advantages that the Orbe SE has over the Gyrodec. Basically, again, it's like a suspended chassis on there, which is supported by the springs, that is going to have a damping effect and will absorb any vibration effects or any outside forces that could potentially have an effect on the sound quality of the turntable. This eliminates any of those. The Orbe SE is kind of a stripped back version of a full Orbe. The full Orbe has a bigger plinth below it. The Platter obviously sits on top of that. So on the Orbe SE, it strips it back, but it also has a lot of the same qualities that the full Orbe has, and it's just a smaller, cheaper package on the Orbe SE, but it still, to me, provides a very, very excellent quality of sound and far beyond what majority of turntables can deliver in terms of their performance. It can be upgraded via a pack that you can purchase from ourselves to a full Orbe, and again that will give it a further improvement of sound quality over the stripped back Orbe SE. So there will be a significant improvement in the sound quality by utilising that pack. With this turntable, it does come without the arm, so you've got the option there to pair it with whichever arm that you may see fit. So the kind of generic ones that Michell would offer would be their RB250 arm or the RB300 tone arm. But my preference on the Michell Orbe SE is to partner it with an SME tone arm, which we have here. We've got an SME Series 5 on there. This is a very, very high quality tone arm, arguably one of the best in the world. So that is kind of the sort of quality of arm that I would put on a turntable of this calibre, because you're just going to get so much more from it. And we've partnered it here with a Quintet Blue by Autofon, but ideally I would want to see perhaps like an Autofon Black on the end of there. Again, that would give you even more from the turntable. You just get more imaging, more sound stage, better bass response, a lot more detail. So the most noticeable difference between the Gyrodec SE and the Orbe SE for me in terms of appearance is the high mass acrylic platter that you place a record onto. It is a lot thicker than the one on the Gyrodec. This again is going to have a direct impact on the sound quality overall. When it's spinning, the record will be much more secure to it. It's not going to be affected by any vibration really at all because of the mass of the platter. The support for the clamp is much more effective. This is simply because it does come with a clamp, and once the record is placed on there, it screws down like so, and again this makes the record a lot more secure onto the platter. So when that tone arm is taking the information off the record, it's going to reproduce it a lot more accurately. The other noticeable thing for me is the power supply, and this is a much bigger upgrade over the one that we have on the Gyrodec SE. The Orbe one is going to deliver a lot more accurate speed and power, etc. And because it is really off-board and quite secure, again that is not going to be affected by any outside forces at all because of the weight of it, etc. So my overall view of the Michell Orbe SE is that it is a fantastic turntable. It's a great piece of engineering, and it's also a fantastic instrument with which to replay music on. In the shop, it is probably my overall favourite turntable. Just everything about it oozes class. That's the presentation, delivery, everything about it I just find is like near to perfect and probably as good as you're going to get, without spending like tens of thousands of pounds really, for me. So you're getting a lot of detail using this turntable. The bass response is very, very good. It's very dynamic. Sound stage is absolutely huge when you're listening to music back on this turntable. And I think the presentation as well is also quite exciting, without kind of leaning to one side of perhaps being like too warm or like too bright. Everything's right, but it just like intrigues me and I want to listen more and more. So if you really enjoyed our video on the Michell Orbe SE, please hit subscribe below, and you can see many of our other videos on our YouTube channel. If you want a great deal on the Michell Orbe, please visit our website today, which is www.highfix.co.uk, or if you would like a demonstration on the product, please visit us in store at 163 Spon Street, Coventry. Many thanks.